Now let's go ahead and download and install the SQL Server, the Microsoft SQL Server. So what we will do is we'll go to the Google and type download SQL Server for Windows. The first link itself, we can see that SQL Server downloads. You just open it in a separate browser. And this is where you can find the download, SQL Server downloads. The SQL Server software download, you can find it here. You need to scroll down in this page. On this page, you can find the Express Edition. You need to download the Express Edition. Make sure that you are not downloading anything else. Okay, you are going to download only the Express Edition. It's a free version. It's a free edition. I just hit this download button now. It will not take much time. In a matter of second, this one will get downloaded. But the installation will take some time. When you double click on it, the installation window will get launched. I'm going to click on this once. The moment you click on it once, you will find this security warning. So it will prompt you for your consent, whether you want to run this one or not. I'm going to hit run now. You will get another confirmation. Yes, go ahead. Now the installation has been started. Okay, not yet started. Okay, the installation window got launched and you can see three installation type, the basic, custom, download media. Please click on basic. This is where a few of my students, they made a mistake. They selected custom and then they suffered a lot. Okay, please don't do that mistake. Select only basic. Keep the cursor over here and then click on it once. The moment you click on it, it will take you to the next page. And by clicking the accept button, you need to a little bit scroll down. And here you can see the accept button here. So just hit the accept button. It will take you to the next page. This is what your default installation path. Don't change the default installation path. Okay. The installing the SQL Server or SSMS is admin's responsibility. SQL Server admin, they are the one responsible for installing these softwares. But to learn how to write a SQL query and how to work with SSMS tool, we have to install it. Okay. And okay, so the next one is hit this install button, wait for some time. It will download the packages from the internet. During the time of installation, make sure that you have the internet connection. If you don't have the internet connection, it will not download all the required packages to install your SQL Server. installing SQL Server. So I'm going to hit this cancel button now. In my case, please don't do that in your case, because I have installed the SQL Server already and I created the databases, everything. Okay, hide the cancel button, sorry, the cancel button. It's not canceling anyhow. If it gets installed, I need to reinstall it one more time. But in your case, don't disturb this. Okay. It'll take for a while because it is installing the SQL Server version 2022. But in the real-time scenario, you'll be working with Azure SQL Server. Okay, that I will show it later because it requires the licensing, other things that, and I will show it later. Instead of installing the SQL Server locally, organization, the enterprise, what they do is they install the Azure SQL Server on cloud, Azure cloud. So in that kind of situations, you need to know the SQL Server URL. You need to specify the SQL Server URL in your client. In this case, the client is SSMS. Once you specify your cloud SQL Server URL, the SQL Server URL or server name or the URL, you will get connected from your local client tool. The client tool is SSMS. There are two softwares when it comes to SQL Server. First, you need to install the server. The next one is the client. The client is the SSMS. What is SSMS? SSMS stands for SQL Server Management Studio. That is where we will write the SQL queries. We write the SQL queries, we create the tables, we drop the tables, we insert the data into table, everything we do it using SSMS. Why we have to use SSMS tool? It is very developer friendly. It gives you the code completion facility. And also you don't have to do heavy lifting when it comes to creating table, all things. So all you need to just point and click on the menu and it will be very developer friendly. You can create the tables. You don't have to be familiar or you don't have to remember the syntax for creating the tables or writing SQL query, the basic SQL queries. I would strongly recommend you all to download and install it side by side with me. It will be good, okay? I know few of you are still at office. If you are busy at work, what to do is I will upload the video tonight. You can watch the video and go ahead and install it. Anyhow, I have reinstalled it once again. Not a problem. So look here, I will create the database again. That's not a problem. Look here, you will find this message: installation has completed successfully. This is what your server name. This is what your server's name. And this is what the master database. You don't have to remember all the things. And only thing is, probably you can take a screenshot and you can put it in a image file also. Or else what you can do is just select only this part, right click on it and copy this, and then you put it in a notepad also. Or you can send it to your WhatsApp, and you can, or wherever you want, you can store it here. For example, in this case, I just say SQL Server, SQL Server details, connection details. Okay, we are done. Next, you will just simply close this one. Don't click on the install SSMS. You just hit this close button. Or you should want to exit? Yes.